Hello, everyone. Hello. Hi. Thank you for saying hi back. That got everyone noticing a little bit. I want to thank you all on behalf of Wharton San Francisco, and even Wharton Philadelphia. Hi. I want to thank you for being here. I'm Cheryl Kuhlman. I'm the managing director of the Wharton Impact Initiative. I used to say we're relatively new. We were started in 2010 with basically the mission of saying, how do we get Wharton all of its quantitative analysis, all of its rigor, all of its brain power from the faculty and the students and the alumni and the network. How do we get that to where it is working to understand how business can play a role in making the world better? It's no longer the case, we said, that we can allow all the problems of the world to be solved by nonprofits or governments. There's just not any way to make that happen. Business has a very, very important role to play. Wharton and many other business schools, I say almost all of them now, are figuring out how they play a role in this. And it's a really exciting time because one of the things that we're seeing with our students, with our alumni, with our corporate partners is that they are using this as a source of innovation. They're using this as a kind of excitement. How can we be innovative? How can we try new things? How can we look at problems and puzzles and partnerships from different ways? And what we see as a result are all of you interested in figuring out, how do we do this? How do we shift the financing? How do we create new business models? What are the new partnerships? What are the new products? We can make a difference in the world if we start thinking about problems as things to be solved rather than as things to be pushed off. So at the Wharton Social Impact Initiative, we are committed to figuring out how we play a role in this. And we do it through the sort of tools that you expect. We do it through training our students so that they graduate, get jobs, and work in places where they are really making a difference. We do it through working with our faculty who are increasingly using all of their knowledge of business, their deep analytics, and let's face it, Wharton alums know this, their real geekiness to try to figure out how do we understand what works and what doesn't, not by anecdotes, but by data. For instance, we did research with the finance faculty, the chair of the finance department, on impact investing, trying to understand what are the real returns, what's really going on in impact investing funds. Because our sense is, let's get the data, let's get beyond anecdote and understand what's going on. That way we understand, what do we need to make it better? How much of this is hype? Where is it real? We can move ahead when we do it with data. We are also doing it by connecting with our alums, our alumni and the networks, because we're seeing increasingly that there are more businesses being started, impact funds being done, government initiatives that are increasingly exciting. Trying to find out and connect around all this information so we can share and disseminate becomes extremely important. And finally, we do it by connecting with industry. So you'll see Wharton increasingly involved in all of these kinds of activities. If you're not an alum, I hope you will run across some of our alumni and work with them and see what you can do with them. If you are considering a business school, I would encourage you to do so. Wharton is great, but there are a lot of great business schools, and part of what you can go in, and these students who are running the conference will tell you about this, you can go in and use your business skills to try to make a difference in the world. It's not just about making money. When I'm a Wharton alum years and years ago, if you had told me that these kinds of things would be happening at Wharton and elsewhere, I would have thought you were crazy. I sort of describe myself as a recovering pessimist because I do see so much energy on the part of our students, our alum, high school students who are coming to me and sort of saying, I want to figure out how to do this. So this is part of a tidal wave. You guys are part of it. And this conference is just a chance to kind of share some more information. So with that, I will turn it over to the stars who have planned this conference, worked very hard for a number of years, Tim and Kayvon.
Thank you. And please, another round of applause for Dr. Cheryl Coleman. Good morning, everybody. We want to thank you for making your way over to, now beautiful sunny San Francisco on a Tuesday morning to be with us. And my name is Tim Howe. I'm co-chair of the Wharton Social Impact Conference. This is Kayvon Pourmirzai, my fellow co-chair for the conference. And we're just so excited to have reached today. I'm looking out into the audience, and many of these folks here that you will hear from today, they were ideas. They were names that we threw out, and we said, hey, wouldn't it be great if we could get this group of people together for a very, very powerful day? And here we are. And so it's so gratifying to see you all here joining us. So Kayvon and myself, we are actually executive MBA students here at Wharton, San Francisco. And while the education is certainly top-notch, we quickly discovered that the real power of the program and the real power of the education is in the people. It's in the students, in your classmates, and in making the connections with the people around you. And so that is really the purpose of today. We have such an amazing group of folks here in the audience and that are going to be speaking today. And when Wharton started this conference 5 years ago, it was completely student run. And we've built it to where it is today. It's now become a partnership between the executive MBA students here and the Wharton Social Impact Initiative in Philadelphia. So we're bi-coastal. And it's been really gratifying to see it grow over the last several years. And our goal is for this to become truly one of the first-class social impact conferences anywhere. And we believe that we've put together a great program for you today. I hope you have fun. I'll say one more thing, and that is, the real beauty of this conference and how intimate it is, and we're all here together, is that the names that you hear about making an impact in the world, you can meet them today. Not only can you meet them, you can have a conversation with them. Every single one of the people that you want to talk to, that you want to meet, that you want to understand how it is they're doing what they're doing in the social impact space or impact investing, making a difference in their own way. And that's something that's really special about this conference. So I urge you and I encourage you all to take advantage of that. Pass it to Kayvon.
Perfect. Thanks, Tim. So just to echo a lot of Tim's comments and Dr. Coleman's comments, first and foremost, thanks everyone for making it out. We're really excited about this conference and, all of the amazing people that are here, all of you that are doing so many amazing things. I want to go through just a few logistics and just go through the panels. There's the HOVA app that you can download to get a lot more information throughout the day. All of the panels will be in this room as well. And then I just want to touch on sort of the theme for this year's conference. The theme for us this year is scaling social impact. Dr. Carl Ulrich, who's the Vice Dean of Entrepreneurship and Innovation at Wharton, now spends predominantly most of his time out of this campus, and he's really on a mission to turn Wharton into the scale school. He obviously acknowledges Stanford for a lot of the startup growth and Harvard for a lot of their amazing things, and he wants Wharton to become a scale school. So with that theme, we thought, how do we integrate that into social impact, and how do we put together a conference that really shows how we can spread that social impact globally? And that's, again, the main theme. So we've got some great panels and some fantastic keynotes. The first panel is a woman-led startup panel. All of these panels are amazing. We're really excited about this one. Some fantastic entrepreneurs, Wharton grads, individuals doing just amazing things from dealing with excess overflow, sort of food quantities at restaurants and agricultural technologies. And so it's a great panel, and each of the moderators will go in a lot more depth for the intros. And we've got May Somali, the director at Tummel, obviously with her amazing background leading that. We've then got a first keynote, Dan Scaff, Wharton grad, co-CEO of the Beneficial State Bank, just one of the leading banking financial institutions in the social impact space. So just tremendously honored to have him speak. The second panel will be funding models for maximizing impact. What we wanted with this panel was to bring people together from various different sort of areas of social impact, from chiefs of staff to directors of social ventures to corporate venturing arms, et cetera. And so we're really excited about that panel, which will be moderated by Dr. Amara and Yaya from ACE Municipal Partners. And again, it's really about how do we bring cross-collaboration to sort of maximize the impact. We'll then have lunch by Town Kitchen. We're really appreciative of their efforts. And then we will go into the third panel, which is about education and workforce development at scale, and really also looking at addressing some talent shortages. We're obviously in the Bay Area, and we've all sort of probably been impacted by some of those stories. And so this panel is really looking at the rise in EdTech, the amazing things that are happening in that space. And it's moderated by Wharton grad, Saeed Amiri, who's a director at LinkedIn and sort of leads their education vertical. So that's going to be an amazing panel. The fourth panel is impact investing. This is really geared towards investors in the space. And again, it's sort of a cross-collaborative environment with the investors coming from different areas. John Jones, who is the Chief Investment Officer and a Wharton grad from GSV Labs, which has partnered with Google and some other amazing companies, is moderating that panel, so we're excited about that. The afternoon keynote will be Dr. Frida Kapoor-Klein, really excited about her work and her efforts, the amazing things that she has done, just from a social impact standpoint, but also from just an entrepreneurial standpoint. So again, scaling social impact, integrating that theme. And then we'll end the day with a really fun pitch competition, a bunch of really fantastic startups. We had to make some tough decisions. We got some really great applications from across Wharton, Wharton Full-Time, Wharton SF. So really excited about the startups that are pitching. There'll be an award for the winner, so we hope you can stay around for that with some judges there. And then we'll conclude with a cocktail reception. The last thing I wanted to do was just thank a lot of people, and I'm going to miss names, but I just wanted to make sure to thank as many people as I can remember, and because this was truly a collaborative effort. As Tim alluded to, this is the first year that Wharton SF is doing this conference in the fall. Wharton Philadelphia has their own conference in the spring, and so we felt that it would be fantastic to sort of spread both conferences throughout the year. We obviously got an amazing commitment this year from the Wharton Social Impact Initiative. We're excited about the future, possibly integrating some SSF and full-time student collaborative environments as well. So just excited about the future. And, the organizing team, Tim, Madhuri, Sabra, Callie, Vibha, Savarna, Candace, Ying, Peter, Deepna, Abhishek, Stephanie, Deepak, missing a few people. Thank you so much. You're in the crowd wherever you are. Couldn't have done this conference without you. Again, a very heartfelt thank you. And then obviously the Wharton Social Impact Initiative, Dr. Cheryl Coleman, who has been tremendous, her efforts, Catherine Klein, who obviously leads and co-runs the initiative with Dr. Cheryl Coleman, but then also Tyler Hoffman, Ali Illigan, countless others with website and tickets and IT and logistics. Don't want to forget about them. And then lastly, but not least, Wharton San Francisco, Bernie, who's the executive director here. I'm not sure if she's in the room. Allison Grant, who runs all events here. Countless others. Sarah, who helped with, landing on a date. Wharton San Francisco is packed every single day. There's something going on, so we're really excited to land this. But with that, we hope you enjoy the conference. We will start the first panel, Women-Led Startups, in a few minutes. And thank you again for coming.